Have you ever wondered why simple things, like climbing stairs or picking something up, suddenly feel harder after 60? It's not just aging. It's something deeper, something silent, muscle loss. But here's the twist. What if the answer to rebuilding your strength wasn't in a pill or powder, but in fruit? Yes, fruit. In this video, you'll discover 5 everyday fruits, backed by science, that naturally fight muscle loss and help you stay strong, independent, and energized. The most powerful one? It's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Stick around, because your next grocery trip could be the first step toward getting your strength back. Number 5, avocado. It's creamy. It's trendy. But beyond toast and guacamole, the humble avocado might just be one of the most underrated weapons against age-related muscle loss. Most people know avocados are good for the heart, but fewer realize just how powerful they are when it comes to protecting and preserving your muscles, especially after 60. The secret lies in their rich concentration of monounsaturated fats, the kind that actively reduce chronic inflammation. Now, why does that matter? As we get older, inflammation becomes a slow, hidden force working against us. It doesn't always hurt right away, but it quietly damages tissues over time, especially muscle. That creeping ache in your legs, the stiffness in your back, or the sudden fatigue after just a short walk. Inflammation is often the silent culprit, and left unchecked, it opens the door to sarcopenia, the gradual, frustrating loss of muscle mass with age. This is where avocados shine. Those healthy fats work behind the scenes to calm inflammation and protect your muscle tissue from breaking down. But that's just the start. Avocados are also packed with potassium, a critical mineral for muscle contraction. In fact, per gram, they actually contain more potassium than bananas, a surprising fact most people overlook. Potassium works hand in hand with magnesium, another mineral found in avocados, to help your muscles function smoothly. Together, they reduce cramps, support movement, and even help regulate your heartbeat. When your muscles are properly fueled and firing, you move with more confidence, balance, and energy. You're less likely to trip, tire out, or hesitate on stairs. That's real-life strength, made simple. Then there's vitamin E, a potent antioxidant hidden in every green scoop of avocado. Vitamin E helps protect muscle cells from oxidative stress, a fancy term for the wear and tear caused by time, pollution, and even your body's own natural aging process. Studies show that antioxidants like vitamin E can help preserve muscle fibers and slow down their decline, giving you more stamina and less soreness after activity. And let's not forget fiber. A single medium avocado contains around 10 grams of it, most of which is the soluble kind that helps regulate blood sugar. For anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes, this matters. Balanced blood sugar means more stable energy. No more midday crashes or morning sluggishness. When your energy is steady, your muscles get the consistent fuel they need to stay active. But perhaps the most compelling evidence? A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed more monounsaturated fats, like those in avocado, had better mobility and a significantly lower risk of frailty. Another study connected a compound called lutein, found in high amounts in avocados, with improved muscle strength and function in aging adults. Still not convinced? Let me tell you about Clara. Clara is 72, bright-eyed, sharp-witted, and always laughing. But just a year ago, she struggled with nightly leg cramps and morning fatigue. Her daughter, a nutritionist, suggested adding just half an avocado to her meals each day. Clara was skeptical, but gave it a try. Within 2 weeks, she was sleeping better, waking up with fewer cramps, and enjoying her morning walks again. Now, it's part of her daily ritual. Sliced avocado on toast with a sprinkle of sesame seeds and a dash of lemon. Simple, delicious, powerful. That's the beauty of avocado. It fits into your life without fuss. Mash it into a smoothie with spinach and almond milk. Add it to a salad. Pair it with eggs in the morning. Or, believe it or not, blend it into a creamy chocolate pudding for a guilt-free dessert that nourishes your muscles from the inside out. And if you're watching your sugar or managing blood pressure, good news. Avocados have zero cholesterol, nearly no sugar, and plenty of heart-healthy fats. They keep you feeling full and satisfied, without the crash from sugary snacks or processed energy bars. Bottom line, avocados aren't just a trendy health food. They're a quiet powerhouse working to keep you strong, steady, and independent as the years go by. But we're just getting started, because the next fruit on our list doesn't just protect your muscles, it helps them recover faster than you thought possible. Number 4, tart cherry. You know that heavy, aching feeling in your legs before you even get out of bed? Or the dull shoulder stiffness that just won't quit, even after a day of rest? It's frustrating. It's limiting. And for many people over 60, it's become the new normal. But it doesn't have to be. There's a small, sour fruit that's been quietly stealing the spotlight in scientific studies and wellness circles alike. Tart cherry. Not the sweet cherries you snack on in the summer, but their more intense, tangy cousin, often found in juice, dried, or concentrated form. And despite their size, these little red gems pack a serious punch when it comes to reducing inflammation, speeding up muscle recovery, and improving sleep. At the core of tart cherry's power are anthocyanins, natural compounds that give the fruit its deep red color. These compounds have been shown to dramatically reduce chronic inflammation, one of the biggest underlying causes of muscle breakdown, pain, and fatigue in older adults. Think of chronic inflammation as a smoldering fire inside your body. You don't always see the smoke, but over time, it weakens everything, especially your muscles. Tart cherry helps put that fire out. In one study from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, runners who drank tart cherry juice for just 7 days before a long-distance race reported significantly less muscle soreness and bounced back faster than those who didn't. Their muscles recovered faster. They moved better. They felt stronger. And here's what's exciting. If tart cherry can help athletes recover from marathons, imagine what it could do for everyday movement. We're talking about the soreness from gardening, the tightness after vacuuming, the aches after a short walk. Tart cherry doesn't just help world-class athletes, it helps real people maintain real strength. But it gets even better. Tart cherry is one of the few natural sources of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep cycle. And if you've ever struggled to fall asleep, stay asleep, or wake up feeling rested, you already know how important quality sleep is for your recovery. Your muscles don't grow or repair when you're awake. They do that work while you sleep. That's why poor sleep and muscle loss often go hand in hand. Tart cherry juice has been shown in multiple studies to improve both sleep quality and duration, especially in older adults. Let me share a story with you. Paul, 68, lives down the street. Always active, always upbeat. But he used to wake up every morning feeling like his legs were made of stone. Cement blocks, he called them. He started drinking a small glass of unsweetened tart cherry juice about an hour before bed, just 4 ounces. Within 2 weeks, he told me, it's like I gave my body permission to heal overnight. He was waking up with less stiffness, walking farther, and even sleeping more soundly. Just one change, and no side effects. That's the beauty of tart cherry. It's gentle, natural, and generally safe, even for those managing blood sugar or on medications. Just make sure it's 100% pure juice with no added sugar, and stick to a small amount, especially if you're watching your carbs. Not into juice? No problem. Tart cherry also comes in capsules or dried form, perfect for adding to yogurt, oatmeal, or a trail mix. But a quick word of caution. As with anything new, check in with your doctor if you're on medications or have health concerns. Still, tart cherry is widely regarded as safe, and its benefits go beyond just soreness. It supports your body's entire recovery system: muscles, joints, and sleep. It's not flashy. It doesn't promise overnight miracles. But tart cherry works quietly and consistently, helping your body bounce back from the strain of everyday life. And that's the kind of strength that matters. Now, if tart cherry helps your muscles recover, the next fruit helps them perform better, from the inside out. It improves blood flow, oxygen delivery, and energy production. And it's as stunning to look at as it is powerful. Number 3, pomegranate. They say good things come in small packages, and few fruits prove that better than the pomegranate. Beneath its tough outer skin are hundreds of gleaming, ruby-red seeds, tiny bursts of flavor and powerful muscle support, especially for aging bodies. What makes this fruit so special? It's all about circulation and cellular energy, two things that tend to slow down as we get older, quietly stealing our stamina, strength, and recovery speed. But pomegranate doesn't just slow the decline, it reverses the trend. At the heart of pomegranate's muscle benefits is a group of antioxidants called polyphenols, particularly one called punicalagin. These compounds combat something called oxidative stress, a kind of internal rusting that builds up in muscles over time. Oxidative stress is a big reason why you feel worn out after even modest activity, and why recovery seems to take longer than it used to. Pomegranate fights this process directly, helping your muscles bounce back faster and stay stronger longer. But where pomegranate really shines is in its ability to boost nitric oxide production in the body. Nitric oxide is a molecule that helps your blood vessels relax and widen, improving circulation. That means more oxygen and nutrients get delivered to your muscles exactly when they need it, during movement and recovery. Good circulation equals better performance, more strength, more endurance, and faster healing. One study from the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who consumed pomegranate extract before physical activity experienced less fatigue, improved endurance, and better post-workout recovery. Another trial showed that pomegranate helped reduce muscle soreness even in people who didn't exercise vigorously. That's a game changer if your routine involves light walks, chores, or just staying mobile around the house. But the benefits don't stop with muscle performance. Pomegranate also supports mitochondrial health, and that's a big deal. Your mitochondria are like tiny power plants inside your cells. They're responsible for turning the food you eat into the energy your body uses. As you age, your mitochondria naturally weaken. The result? Less energy, more fatigue, slower muscle response. Pomegranate helps restore mitochondrial function, giving your muscles the fuel they need to stay responsive and resilient. That translates into more energy, not from caffeine or sugar, but from better cellular performance. Let me tell you about George. George is 74, a retired teacher, and a passionate backyard gardener. A few months ago, he started feeling exhausted halfway through his morning routine. His hands would cramp, and his legs just didn't have the strength they used to. I suggested he try drinking a small glass of 100% pomegranate juice before heading outside. Within days, he felt a difference, less soreness, more energy. And by week 2, he was back to pulling weeds and trimming hedges like it was 1995. "My muscles are happier," he laughed. And he's not alone. Pomegranate's anti-inflammatory properties also help with that post-activity stiffness so many older adults deal with. If you've ever felt like your body needed warming up after sitting too long or waking up in the morning, this fruit could help make those transitions smoother and less painful. Now, a quick note: while pomegranate juice is healthy, it's also concentrated in natural sugars. So stick with 4 to 6 ounces a day. Or better yet, enjoy the whole seeds, called arils. You'll get the fiber, antioxidants, and sweetness all in one crunchy bite. Add them to yogurt, sprinkle over salads, or blend them into smoothies for a refreshing and powerful kick. At the end of the day, pomegranate isn't just beautiful, it's functional. It works deep inside your body to boost blood flow, fight fatigue, and fuel your muscles with what they need to thrive. And speaking of strength, our next fruit may surprise you even more. It doesn't just help maintain what you've got, it may actually rebuild the strength you thought was gone for good. And yes, it's hiding behind a wrinkled, shriveled skin that most people overlook. Number 2, prune. When you hear the word prune, what comes to mind? Probably digestion, right? Maybe something your grandmother kept in the pantry. But don't be fooled by the wrinkled skin or old-fashioned reputation. Prunes are one of the most powerful muscle-preserving fruits you can eat, especially as you age. Behind their sweet, chewy texture is a concentrated source of antioxidants, minerals, and muscle-boosting compounds that not only help maintain strength, but may actually help you build it back. Let's start with the obvious. Prunes are loaded with antioxidants, specifically compounds like chlorogenic acid, neochlorogenic acid, and rutin. These work to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, two of the biggest enemies of aging muscles. When inflammation and oxidative damage go unchecked, your muscle fibers start to weaken and recovery slows down. That's when stairs start feeling harder and daily tasks feel more exhausting. But prunes don't just help you maintain the muscle you have. They may actually stimulate muscle growth. And that's where things get exciting. In recent studies, scientists found that the polyphenols in prunes can activate IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor 1, a hormone that plays a direct role in muscle repair and growth. IGF-1 tells your body, hey, it's time to rebuild, encouraging the formation of new muscle fibers and helping to preserve existing ones. One promising lab study even showed that prune extract increased the size of muscle cells and boosted protein synthesis, the process your body uses to repair and strengthen muscle tissue. That means prunes don't just slow down muscle loss, they could actually reverse some of it. Think about that. A fruit that might help you grow stronger at 60, 70, or even 80. But the magic doesn't stop there. Prunes are also one of the best dietary sources of boron, a trace mineral that plays a key role in both muscle and bone health. Boron helps your body use calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D more efficiently, 3 nutrients critical to maintaining skeletal strength and muscular function. That's huge for older adults at risk of both sarcopenia and osteoporosis. Now let's talk about energy. Prunes are rich in soluble fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar and prevent the kind of energy crashes that make it hard to stay active. Balanced blood sugar means steadier stamina throughout your day, whether you're walking the dog, doing laundry, or chasing after grandkids. Want a real-life story? My Aunt Helen is 76. She used to wake up stiff every morning and dreaded her neighborhood walks. I suggested she add just 5 prunes a day to her breakfast. Nothing fancy. After about 3 weeks, she called me and said, "It's like I oiled the hinges." Her stride was looser, her mornings more energized, and her post-walk soreness nearly gone. Now, she keeps a small jar of prunes on the kitchen counter like they're vitamins. And guess what? Prunes are incredibly easy to fit into your routine. You can eat them straight from the bag, chop them into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or even mash them with nuts and seeds to make energy balls. Their natural sweetness makes them feel like a treat, but without spiking your blood sugar. Speaking of that, despite being dried fruit, prunes have a low glycemic index, making them a safe and smart choice for those managing diabetes or blood sugar concerns. Just stick to a moderate portion, about 4 to 6 prunes per day. The bottom line? Prunes aren't just for digestion, they're a powerhouse for strength. With antioxidants to protect, polyphenols to rebuild, boron to support bones, and fiber to fuel energy, they offer a full-spectrum approach to healthy aging. All from a fruit you probably walked past in the grocery aisle without a second thought. But the surprises don't stop there, because the next fruit on our list is something you've likely eaten since childhood. What researchers discovered in its peel could actually turn back the clock on muscle aging. Number 1, apple. It's probably the most familiar fruit of them all. Crisp, juicy, refreshing, the classic apple. But behind that shiny skin lies something much more powerful than most people realize. It's not just a healthy snack, it's a muscle-preserving powerhouse, and the key to its strength is something you've likely been throwing away. The secret? The peel. That's where you'll find a natural compound called ursolic acid, and it's one of the most exciting discoveries in the world of aging and muscle science. Ursolic acid has been shown to help stimulate muscle growth and reduce muscle wasting, particularly as we get older. It works by increasing the activity of IGF-1, the same muscle-building hormone we talked about with prunes, and by suppressing myostatin, a protein that actually tells your body to stop building muscle. Less myostatin equals more strength potential. In a groundbreaking animal study published in Cell Metabolism, mice given ursolic acid developed more muscle mass and less fat, even under conditions that normally would have led to rapid muscle loss. And while human research is still developing, early results are promising. Scientists are now exploring how ursolic acid might help older adults maintain independence, balance, and energy through simple dietary changes, like eating 1 apple a day, with the peel, of course. But apples don't stop at muscle hormones. They're also packed with quercetin, a powerful antioxidant that supports mitochondrial health. Your mitochondria are the energy centers of your cells, and as we age, they often slow down. Quercetin helps keep them functioning efficiently, which means your muscles can recover faster, resist fatigue longer, and perform better throughout the day. And there's more. Apples, especially when eaten with the peel, are a rich source of soluble fiber, particularly a type called pectin. This fiber doesn't just support digestion, it helps stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and promote a healthy gut. And here's the connection. When your gut is healthy, your body is better at absorbing the vitamins, minerals, and proteins that your muscles depend on to grow and repair. So, that afternoon apple isn't just keeping the doctor away, it might be keeping muscle loss at bay too. Let me introduce you to Mr. David. He's 79, lives on his own, and still does his own yard work every morning. No gym, no supplements, but every day he eats 1 apple, always with the peel. Keeps me regular, keeps me moving, keeps me young, he told me with a wink. He doesn't just feel better, he moves better, thinks clearer, and wakes up ready to go. That's not coincidence. That's consistency with the right fuel. If you're worried about sugar, rest easy. Despite their sweetness, apples have a low glycemic index, meaning they won't cause big blood sugar spikes, especially if you pair them with a little protein or fat like almond butter, cheese, or nuts. They're hydrating, portable, and incredibly easy to work into your daily routine. You can slice them into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or just enjoy them whole. Just don't peel them. That's where the real power lies. In fact, researchers at the University of Iowa found that ursolic acid not only promoted muscle growth, but also reduced fat accumulation and improved glucose tolerance in lab studies, 2 critical markers for healthy aging and long-term vitality. So next time you grab an apple, remember, it's not just a snack. It's a simple, affordable, and delicious way to give your body what it needs to stay strong, 1 bite at a time. But here's the most beautiful part. You don't need to eat all these fruits at once. Just a few smart additions to your routine, spread across your week, can make all the difference. And that brings us to the bigger picture. So, which of these fruits will you start with? Whether it's a crisp apple or a spoonful of tart cherry juice, small choices can lead to big strength. If this video helped you, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more simple, science-backed health tips. And hey, share your story in the comments. Your journey might inspire someone else today.